Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheffield United way. And wow, just wow, I'm going to say it again, wow. 4-0. Sheffield United have just hammered Stoke City. Hammered, I'm going to say it again, one more time. Hammered Stoke City at home. What an incredible performance by every single player on that pitch today. I'm just still buzzing. I'm kind of lost for words, which is a first for me, because we were so good in this game. And if my light dies on me, you're just gonna have to have dark Nick again, like we did last week. But yeah, we were fantastic today. We really were. Every single player did their part today in dismantling a pretty good Stoke City side on paper and from performances this season so far. I'm sure they were like second or third at one point as well. I know they've dropped off in recent weeks, and clearly from us going 1-0 up and 2-0 up, that knocked their duck off, and they were shocking. They were really poor for the majority of that game today. I thought they came out of the blocks pretty quickly, but overall I thought they were really rubbish. I really do think that. Before we get into this, quick shout out to Ben, who I met before the game at Panenka, obviously, where else, the best bar in Sheffield. Also Ollie as well, met up with Ollie. We both chatted to Ben for quite a while. Really good to meet Ben. Also, I went on my Christmas do last night. It was at the Dogs at Hillsborough. Boo! But saw a load of blades, and I had a really good night, and I'm feeling funky fresh today. I don't know how. And finally, Dave and Angie from Tickhill, they are friends with my in-laws, and I said I'd give them a big old shout out because they've been Sheffield United way fans for a long time. Really good to have you all on the channel, and hopefully you're all watching right now. So let's get into it. 4-0 Sheffield United. The first goal comes from Mark McGuinness. He soars above everyone in the air. I think he won 3 headers in a row from 3 consecutive corners from Gus Harmer. We don't do that. We don't normally score from corners. I think Tanganga's one that was saved on the line against Portsmouth was probably the only direct headed goal that we've almost scored from this season. And then we scored from one. Really good header from Mark McGuinness. There were a couple more that he could have done better with, but who cares? He's got his goal. He's got off the mark. And it's nice to see us scoring different goals and different goal scorers being on the score sheet too, because the second goal was scored by Femi Sarike. Oh my God, I'm just trying to remember there. This is the problem. I don't have any notes. I'm just going completely off the dome. And Femi Sarike scored an absolute wonder of a strike. I think that's his first goal for Sheffield United. I'm pretty sure, unless there's been like a one that's deflected off him, Riedewald style. Do you know what? It was worth the wait. It was absolutely worth the wait. Unlike City Peck's being a penalty, his first goal, and then getting that fantastic goal for his second goal, Sariki just thought, let's cut out the middleman. Let's just put one in the top corner. Why not? And he had so much confidence after that too. But what a finish. What a finish from Sariki. I'm going to say it again. What a finish from Sariki. That's what you want to see, innit? You want to see every single player trying to, participate in goals, whether it's assists, whether it's assist of assists, whether it's goals, you name it. Everyone did their bit today, and Sariki scoring, a wonderful strike into the top corner and then wielding off and celebrating. You love to see it. Wielding off. I don't know what that word is, but who cares? We've just won 4-0, for God's sake. Leave me alone. God, I'm still buzzing, as you can tell. The third goal before half-time came from Mr. Paddy Bamford. Another fantastic goal. This time it was a different goal. Sarike getting the ball into the box. Bamford getting there before his man, flicking it into the corner. And it's a fantastic goal from the former Leeds man. Absolutely loved that one. Again, him running off, celebrating. And, he just looks like he's enjoying his time at Bramall Lane, which is what you want to see. You really do. This is what it feels like right now, that these Blades players are finally becoming a team, finally be coming together. And we're scoring the goals for it as well. You can see that on the pitch. You can see everyone enjoying themselves, popping the ball around, playing some really, really good stuff, and scoring goals to boot. I can't believe it. I was just walking out and talking to a gentleman behind me as I was walking down into the concourse, and I just said to him, when was the last time Sheffield United scored 3 or more goals in 4 consecutive matches? I don't think I've ever seen that, or I don't remember that. If it's gone under the radar, then fair enough, but I'm trying to think about the kind of Warnock days in the 02-03 season and those sorts of times, because I don't remember seeing it for a very long time. And you know what? That'll be quite a hard one to find and see if we've actually done that. But what a fantastic win, and seeing the Blades win 4 on the bounce. I'm not too sure what happened with the stuff. I'm going to have a bit of a monologue about the Blades winning 4 in a row and Wednesday losing 4 in a row and having all these doubles, shall we say. However, I don't know what's happened at Blackburn today. I know the match got interrupted, and then the match got abandoned, I believe, at 1-0 to Blackburn. So that's obviously got to be replayed. I think that's the reason why we've jumped up a place as well, because I think we're 18th now, which is lovely to see. Like, we were bottom, rock bottom, even lower than Wednesday at one point, and now we are flying. Maybe in the the league doesn't suggest that we're flying. We're 18th in the league. If you take me back to kind of last season, and if somebody would have said you'd be 18th and flying in the league, I'd be like, what are you talking about? But that is it. Right now, we are playing fantastic football. We're scoring loads of goals. We're not conceding many goals. I think we're on -3 goal difference now, and that really just shows you how many goals we conceded and how many games we lost before this run, because we've scored a lot of goals, like as I've just said, and we've not conceded many at all. Anyway, we go into half-time. We're absolutely buzzing. The exact same scoreline as against Leicester, but the end result was completely different. Other than the actual result, we won the game of football. But the Leicester game, we conceded those 2 goals, one straight after half-time pretty much, and then another one, and it was squeaky bum time. This was never squeaky bum time. Never. There was one chance where Cooper made an absolutely fantastic save from really close range, and that was all she wrote for Stoke's attack. And I've got to say, fair play to all the Stoke fans, because they stayed and they stayed and they stayed. I think half the stand or a quarter of the stand kind of left after the 4th goal went in from Sidney Peck, that penalty. But you expect it. You've got to expect it. And, right until the end, a lot of their fans stayed and clapped the players off, even though they had a torrid time at Bramall Lane this evening. So, I'm just still buzzing. As you can tell, I'm still buzzing. Oh, Peck's goal. I mentioned it, but I didn't fully go into it. Obviously, I think it was Andre Brooks that that wriggled through and got brought down. Not sure if it was a penalty. We'll just say it is until we've seen it. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you think this was a penalty or not. But Sidney Peck stands up, or actually no, Tyrese Campbell picks the ball up. He stands over the spot. The player that picks the ball up and stands on the spot, he's never the player that ends up taking it. And lots of people around me were saying, oh, Campbell's going to take it against his former team. But it was always going to be Sidney Peck. You cannot have Sidney Peck step up in such a big game like that Pompey game to put that one in the back of the net and then say to the next game we get a penalty, oh, you can't take it, mate. You can't take it. If a player scores a penalty, they should take every single penalty until they miss one, or unless they don't fancy it. And Sidney Peck steps up and just, beautifully just places it into the corner, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And I've got a lot of time for Stoke's goalkeeper. I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. But, he just couldn't do anything about any of these goals tonight. We were just that good. And when you're bringing off the bench Burrows, O'Hare, Sumare, Cannon, I know, times have changed, haven't they? And actually, I need to, a few shout outs again. Bindon, fantastic when he came on. I said very loudly in my seat, do you know what? It's comeback season. And Cannon's obviously started scoring goals and looking really good. Bindon is now, he's gone from playing in a shocking defence, like Reece Darrington-Davies' first game of the season. Like, he's never going to look good there. And I'm thinking, do you know what? He's next to Sarike, who's got loads and loads of confidence after scoring his goal. He's next to Tanganga. And then, obviously, we've got McCallum, who's playing really well as well. So, like, this is the best time to have Tyler Bindon playing at centre-back. And I thought he was really, really good. I think he anticipated everything really well, won all his headers, got stuck in. And also read the game really well as well, Bindon. So that was really good to see. I know we were already 3-0 up at that point when he came on. Yes, it was half-time, wasn't it? He came on, I believe, yeah. And, you know, I could have slotted in at centre-back and maybe done a job for us today. But Tyler Bindon was better, a lot better than I expected. So that was really, really good to see. Obviously, huge shout out to Ollie Arblaster coming back from injury and making the bench today. He didn't get on the pitch, which I didn't expect him to be honest. It was a long road back. It's been over a year that he's been out. So I'm glad that we've not rushed him back and put him into a game where something could happen to him. Let's ease him in slowly, like we did with Gus. We still won games without Gus. We're winning games. We don't need to shoehorn Arblaster back into the side too soon. But it's quite exciting to think that we don't know yet, but touch wood, fingers crossed, we may have Ollie Arblaster back, the same player that left Sheffield United, you know, over a year ago for that horrible injury. Hopefully he is the same player, and that would be incredible to just see him back in the team. I'm not saying that he's going to be playing to those levels straight away, but it's just nice to have him in and around the team, not just for him, but also for morale for the club. Like, Ollie Arblaster is one of those players that's going to want Sheffield United to do as well as they possibly can because he is a blade. It's all just really, really positive stuff today, and I'm really, really excited to go to every single Sheffield United game, which I wasn't earlier in the season. We obviously always go. We're never going to miss one. But, you know, some of those games were more difficult to go and watch, to get yourself off your sofa and get to Bramall Lane in the freezing cold and do match reactions in the rain. We're still in the rain. It's not too bad at the moment. It's slowed down. But, you know, I don't care. It could be hailing. It could be snowing. It could be anything right now. I would still be stood outside talking about this Sheffield United win. 4-0. The Blades go marching on. I don't really think I've got anything more to say. I think the boys did the talking on the pitch. Wonderful performance. Best performance of the season. And it's actually nice to see Sheffield United under Wilder just go toe-to-toe with teams and just go again and go again. Let's get another goal. Let's get another goal. Let's get another goal. And we've done that this evening. I want to see this happen more than just once or twice. I want us to keep doing this. Like, because the best form of defence has always been attack. And the fact that we are full of confidence right now, bring anyone on. Bring absolutely anyone on. And we will go toe-to-toe with them, try and score more goals than them. That's what I want to see. That's what the fans want to see. The only tiny little bit of a negative was the amount of fans that left at like 85, 86, 87 minute. Like, there were loads of spare seats around me. And it's like, just stay until the end. Just give them a clap off. They deserve that clap after that performance. I understand people want to beat the traffic and stuff like that, but come on. Like, we were rubbish earlier on in this season. So the fact that the boys are turning out performances like that and scoring loads of goals and giving us these incredible moments and celebrations, just stay until the end and show them that love. They deserve it. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. If you think I deserve a like for this video, standing in the rain, words that have come out of my mouth, leave a like on YouTube right now. Also, this goes out on podcast every single time too. So leave us a rating wherever you get your podcast. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents. And yeah, smiling. I'm always going to be smiling. Keep those goals coming and keep those wins coming, Blades. Thanks for watching. Up the Blades.